What y'all talking about? What y'all talking about? What y'all talking about? What y'all talking? What y'all talking about? What y'all talking about? What y'all talking about?
If you ain't talking the real, then we ain't gon' talk to ya.
What y'all talking about? What y'all talking about? What y'all talking? What y'all talking about? What y'all talking about? What y'all talking about?
If you ain't talking the real, then we ain't gon' talk to ya.
What's up?
What up? How y'all feeling today?
This is Wytap.
Wytap, what y'all talking about podcast?
What you talking about?
Yeah, so we was discussing the other day we're gonna do a podcast about police brutality, because there's a lot of it going on in the U.S. and I think it's a real subject among a lot of different communities. A lot of people seeing this, you know. Everybody's going through it. Like I've been through it myself. We see it on TV. It's everywhere.
But there's a difference. Police brutality and them acting accordingly. Now, I'm just going to say this. I have family members and close dear friends that are like family that are police officers. So
right.
We have some bad apples in every field, every career.
We always do.
And we're just going to talk about the difference. Brutality, overstepping, and them protecting themselves accordingly.
Definitely.
So, Mr.
Hood.
Tell me your first run-in with the police.
My first run-in with the police, it was kind of brutal. It was brutal for me. It was brutal, but my cousins and everybody laughed at me because I was dead serious with these cops.
Okay, wait. When you say it was brutal for you, but your family members laughed at you?
Yeah, because we all was spread out on the car, and they told me not to say what I said, but I didn't care because they were hurting me. So I was talking some junk.
Oh, how old were you?
Probably like 17, 18, something like that. But it was crazy.
Okay, so what was the situation while you was spread out? Look, we got to tell the whole thing now. We got to tell the whole thing.
What happened was I used to live in projects called Schaefer Village Projects. We were hanging out with some other boys from different projects, and we seen the Buffalo Housing Police.
Are they police or are they the wannabe rent-a-cops?
I feel that they were like wannabe rent-a-cops, but hey, I don't know. I don't have their job, so I don't know what they're doing.
Oh, okay.
But what happened was,
I say rent-a-cops because if you're not po-po, then you got
when I was younger, I thought that they were able to just, they were policing the project areas, but I guess we was wrong. They they pulled somebody over in front of the project, and we're hanging out. There's had to be about 10 of us or whatever, just hanging out, chilling, cracking jokes, ribbing on each other, what boys do. Mm-hmm. They pulled them over, and the dude was like, "What they doing pulling people over? Ain't they Buffalo Housing? They not real cops." Next thing you know, they started yelling, pigs, oink, oink, y'all can't be doing that, boink, oink, oink. And I'm looking like, man, y'all gonna get us jacked up over here. And they was like, no, we got it. They ain't gonna do nothing. They let the people go, and everybody who was saying stuff left, and they ran. I was standing there because I'm like, hey, I live right there. I ain't doing nothing. I ain't do nothing. So the cops was like, so which one of you guys called us pigs? What are you guys doing? What are you guys calling us pigs? This and that, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, hey, you seen those other guys run off. They ran. I'm not running because I didn't do anything. Mm-hmm. So what happened was...
What happened?
What had happened was...
Okay.
It was me, my cousin Jay, and I had my boy Elton. We was all sitting there. They was like, well, since all of you guys didn't say anything and those guys left, why don't all y'all get up against the car?
Ooh.
So we up against the car. We sitting there. The car was hot. It was the middle of the summer. And
windows rolled up and all.
Everything. We sitting on the car. We sitting there, hands on the car, straight forward. And they were telling us, so what weapons you got on you? You guys selling drugs or this and that, blah, blah, blah.
Why do you have a weapon? weapon.
That's what they were looking for. They were looking for a weapon. I had on basketball shorts and a wife beater on.
So,
nothing else.
Now you can see if there's weapons
You can
because
see if
with
anything.
the shorts at summertime, I swimming now.
Right.
Summertime, we at the courts.
Right.
Well, back in the day, before marriage.
Right. So what the police did was, they told me to spread them and they checked me. I was like, you're not going to find anything. I don't even have pockets. And they were like, oh, no, you want to be a wise guy. So now I'm laughing because they calling me wise guy. Okay. Oh, you think it's funny? Ha, 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 ha. Next thing you know, the police officer tells me to get up. So I gets up. Then he slammed me back down on the car. Boom.
Okay.
I'm like 18, 17, so I'm scared now. But I'm mad that this dude just slammed me against the car. So I'm like, what's your problem, man? This now, blah, blah, blah. Next thing you know, he's like, put your hands behind your back. And he put me in cuffs. Now, my cousin Jay was like, man, shut up, dude. Shut up. And I'm laughing at him because he's if you seen the face my cousin had, he was dead serious.
Jay, okay, Jay, we sorry because he putting you on blast.
I don't
right
care,
now.
man. He funny. That was funny. He was scared. He was scared to death.
Okay.
But I wasn't scared of the cops at the time because, none of that, a lot of stuff wasn't shown like how it is now. Everybody got a phone. Everybody got this and that.
Yes.
Everybody didn't have a camera phone.
Back in the day, no. That's when they just started.
Yeah. They had the flip phone with the camera.
Yeah. And that was still not.
So what happened was what the cop did was, oh, you think you funny now, huh? We got cuffs on you. This and that, blah, blah, blah. So he told me to spread them. So I spread my legs fire. He said, it ain't fire enough. So we spread them. He kicked my legs. Boom. And I'm like nearly doing a split. And I'm like, yo, get off me. Now I'm yelling at him. Get off me. And I ain't doing nothing. Next thing you know, he said, oh, you ain't funny now. And then he grabbed one of my arms from behind my back and pulled it up and made it. And, my hands are in cuffs.
Yeah.
So my other shoulder felt like it was breaking. Now I'm telling him, take the badge off. We going to fight right now. Take them off. And he was like, oh, no. Oh, you're a wise guy. This and that, blah, blah, blah. And my cousin was like, just shut up, please. The face he made, it was priceless. But he's like, just shut up, just shut up. Next thing you know, you see my mother running down the lane. I'm talking about, she like, let's say.
Yeah, Miss Sonia.
Yeah, my mother looked like Hulk Hogan.
Don't mess with her baby.
Like Hulk Hogan running down the aisle about to do a drop kick on somebody. That was my mother.
I can see her.
Right. And what happened was, you're like, what's the problem? What's going on? Why my son got cuffs on him? They was like, it was for our protection because we thought he had a weapon on him.
So they lied.
They said we saw a bulge and we thought it was a weapon in his pants. I'm like, I don't have pockets. I have basketball shorts on. You can't hold no gun up in no basketball shorts.
So basically, moral of the story is they were mad that the kids that you were with, calling them pigs. And then on top of that, you stayed.
Yeah, I stayed because I had nothing to do with it.
Dumb.
I stayed. I lived.
No,
I lived.
You don't
What? I was gonna run?
No, you go to your house.
We was walking. We stayed, but it was like right there.
You wasn't moving.
It was right there.
Then you started talking.
I saw him
back.
coming. Then I walked.
Hey, family. But then you started talking back.
I talked back when he started hitting me. Like pushing me on the thing. Just because I told him that we wasn't doing nothing, this and that, he slammed me on the thing. That's when I started talking back.
So he wanted to show his authority.
He wanted to show that he had authority.
Now that's where they overstep.
That's what it was.
Some get in their head that, oh, I got the badge. I could do whatever. No. People are still human beings. Conduct yourself accordingly. I know some nice police officers. Some go to our church.
Right.
But you know when to talk and when not to.
Right.
But if nobody is laying hands or getting aggressive, then that's when they are overstepping.
Right.
Any other issues with police officers?
Well, my mother always say I have a face for cops. I get pulled over a lot. But
you
not
have a face. Why?
She told me.
What type of face?
I don't know. I just drive and they pull me over.
You know what it really is.
No, it's not that. I don't believe it.
No. When it's the end of the month, they're quota.
Oh,
when
yeah.
it's the beginning of the month,
you're right.
Holidays, yes, they need to be out on these streets. And no, we should not be tipping people off like, hey, police at the bridge of 33 and such and such. Stop tipping people off. The simple fact is, if you're driving under the influence or no license, yes, they need to pull you over.
Right.
I'm dead serious.
It's true.
Because one, we have too many accidents with too many drunk drivers, or under the influence being high, or no license.
Right.
And then, what about no car insurance? Let me tell you.
Uh-oh.
So you hit somebody, and then their insurance got to pay for the damages because you don't get insurance.
But you know the funny thing is, I drove dirty a few times in my lifetime. No insurance and stuff.
Oh,
but
Lord. People don't do it. Have insurance. Please
I'm
have
guilty
insurance.
Of it. Inspection stickers and all. I'm guilty for it.
Okay.
I've done it.
That was back in the day, right?
That was back in the day.
Way back in the day.
Because I ain't trying to get pulled over. Remember, I got a face for the cops. I ain't even got to run the place. I get pulled right over. I got pulled over the other day.
Oh, I get pulled over for speeding. But I haven't had a speeding ticket in a minute, though.
He thought I was drunk.
Why? Was you swerving?
No.
Okay. Were you going over the speed limit?
No.
Okay.
About 5. I was going about 5 over.
You could do 5 over.
Well, he pulled me over for speeding.
For 5 over?
He pulled me over.
Well, remember, it's the end of the month.
No, what it was, I went to go with a buddy of mine. We went to go see this band play. And
what time was it?
It was late at night, but
nothing happens good.
It's probably about 10:30. We all left. I left at about 10:30 at night, and
oh, that's not late.
Not too late, but you know, they all told me not to take a left to go home, take a right. I'm like, I forgot where I was at.
Because they knew where they was at.
But
you better start listening to people.
But I took that left because I'm like my
took the left.
Because my GPS told me to go left to the 400, so I took the 400.
Sometimes GPS will tell you the wrong thing at the wrong time.
Yeah, that's the way I went. My GPS went off on me and said, okay, take the left. I went left, not thinking that they told me to go right. And then, woo! Police pulled me over.
That's why they told you to go left.
And,
no, right.
And I was, to be honest, I think this goes on with a lot of black people too, that like once you get pulled over, now after seeing all this craziness that's been going on with the cops, that you get real scared. I started shaking. I don't know where it came from. I started shaking. I grabbed my license, before I grabbed my license, I was like, listen, I had my hand. I was like, I'm getting my license. It's in my pocket. He was like, all right, just grab it. And I saw him put his hands on his hip. I'm like, oh, I'm about to die. So I slowly grabbed it. I opened it up and got my license. I got like a thing in the dash where I can just pop the button and my registration was in there. I gave it to him. He was like, what's the matter? I'm like, just shaking up. I don't like getting pulled over by the police. And he was like, oh, it's understood. So we ran my stuff and he came back.
At least he understood.
Yeah, he was pretty cool though. But then he was like, are you under the influence? I'm like, of what? I'm like, of being scared. And he started laughing. He was like, no, he was like, are you drunk? I'm like, no. He was like, you kind of like slurred at a couple words. I'm like, dude, I am scared. And he was like, all right, well, do you want to take a sobriety test? I'm like, cool. And some of the stuff, the sobriety stuff, almost couldn't get while I'm sober. Say the ABCs, but don't start from A, start from D and end at T. So in my head, I was like, how am I gonna do this? D,
Simple.
So in my head, I was like, A,
B, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N,
D.
P, Q, R, S,
See me,
T,
everybody
U, V,
start from A to Z.
Y, and Z.
See, you went to Z. See, you went to Z, but he said to T.
T. Okay, but look
so
at
I almost
here.
I caught myself. He said, "Oh, great catch." So, and then he was like, "All right, now you walk this line from heel to toe, and then when you turn, don't."
Okay, wait a minute. You did a breathalyzer, and he made you to come out and still do that. Really?
I took a breathalyzer after all of this. He was like, "Oh, you passed everything." Then he was like, "All right, let me get a breathalyzer,"
ridiculous.
And they gave me a breathalyzer. They gave me the breathalyzer. I breathed into it, and he was like, "Oh, you okay?"
Duh.
And then he was
really,
like,
Sherlock?
Then he was like, he went back to the car with his buddy. Then he came back with a ticket for speeding. Then he put 4 extra miles an hour on it. So he was like, oh, you was going 59 miles. I meant 59 something miles an hour when it was only, I know what I was going. I pay attention to where I'm going, especially if I'm in areas.
Are you fighting that? I will fight that ticket.
I did. I put not guilty and I mailed it in. Good. So I got a court
and make sure you go to court.
February 2nd. So I'm
See, now that's over abusing their power. This is the problem. Some have it in their head where, oh, I could do this, I could do that.
Right.
But side note, if you get pulled over, this is what everybody should do. I did speak to our police officer friend. Due to all the serious killings and things that are happening right now where videotaping is recording everything, and even on them, their body cameras.
They're still doing it.
They're still doing it. So this is what everybody should do. Make sure your license or registration is on your dashboard. Even if it is by the, what's that? The odometer. What is that called?
I don't even know.
Look, I drive. I just take it to get service. Look here. Okay?
It shows the mileage.
The odometer. The odometer area.
Right
If you have a spot where you could put your registration and your license there while you're driving, do it. That way, when they say license and registration, it's right there. And be like, officer is right there.
Right.
Here's my hands up, or put your hands on the dashboard or the steering wheel. Cross them over. Oh, no, that's only if you got a gun to cross them over. Anyway,
I ain't
sorry.
got no gun. We know who got it around here. I ain't got no
license.
gun.
What?
I can't cross my arms. I'm scared.
Well, just keep your hands on the dashboard. Plain view sight. And be like, it's right there, officer.
Right.
So it's in plain view, so they don't say, oh, you went to reach for a no, boo-boo. It's on the dashboard
right there.
where my hands are, too.
Right.
It's said we have to do that, but I'd rather y'all come home safe and sound than in a body bag or in a hospital.
Right.
It don't make no sense.
It's scary.
Scary's not the word for it. I have 3 boys.
Right. And
us females do not get looked at as the males do.
Right.
So we took our children to go see The Hate U Give.
Mm-hmm.
And it's sad, but we opened up a major dialogue with our children after.
Right.
My youngest is 8 years old. Middle one, 13. The oldest, 21.
Mm-hmm.
These are the things that is going to happen to you.
Right.
It's sad to say, no matter how much we try to shield our children, no matter how much, whatever school district they're in, they're the first ones to get looked at. They're the first ones to get talked to. They're the first ones anything. So, yes, I choose who my children hang around with and affiliate with. Because if I see that child going one way, I'm making sure my child ain't going that way.
Right.
When you with people, like you said, you was with a few bad apples that caused that, but they fled and left you hanging.
Right.
It'll be that one issue.
It wasn't funny
that
when it was happening.
That ain't funny when it happens.
When it was happening, but we joked about it later on.
That ain't even funny because they would have been cut out. Like, okay, I can't rock with you.
Right.
You started all this.
They thought I was. They thought I was gonna run too, but I ain't running. You know, but I think with cops though, police has to know when they are actually being threatened.
Yes.
They have to know the difference between somebody who's actually doing what they say and when they're being threatened. Like if you say get your registration, somebody reach for it, oh, you got a gun, boom.
Yeah.
Because they're already shaking now because they and then I believe that they say if they pull somebody over or even if they stop somebody black, it's like they're some of the people who don't understand the black culture, they're scared of that person. Yeah. They think that they're going to do something because some outside influences. Yeah. You know what I mean? Or things that they've seen that black people do.
Well, not all
just putting
of
racist. I'm not just putting race in it, but
it's just whatever is coming up on the news.
It's
and
what
so
the news is showing.
They label everybody. Oh yeah, they're this. Oh, they're that. Did you see that on the news? No, we're not all raised that way.
No,
some are raised and some aren't. Some parents hands-on with their children.
Right.
Others let them run the streets and do whatever.
Right.
No. In
Not
my
everybody.
house, old school. Growing up, my mother was old school.
Right, my mama too.
Okay, old school means no, you can't go to everybody's house. No, you can't go out in the front. No, you can't be around that person.
Right.
No.
Be at the house at a certain time.
When that light on the street light come on, and you ain't at that house.
I never got the street light treatment.
Man, listen. Oh, my mother told me be home by a certain time, and I was a minute after.
Yeah, that's mainly what it was. A certain time. I never got the street light treatment, but my mother made me get in the house at a certain time. If I ain't there at a certain time, you right. So I'm always there before.
And we was told, don't ever talk back to the officer. You get your talk too because you're a female. It don't matter.
Right.
And it's just simple fact is, with our generation, we were taught differently. This new generation. Can we talk about the Galleria Mall situation?
No, that was crazy.
Those teenagers? Okay, you hit a security guard in the face.
That little
It's
girl,
all been videotaped, so you saw it from the beginning to the end. So he didn't do nothing. He was trying to keep the peace, didn't touch nobody. She goes off, getting flipped, and then hits him in the face and runs.
Right.
Boo-boo. You just hit somebody for no reason.
On video. He's trying to stop the
On video,
thing.
just trying to break up everybody. Not had his hands on her, nothing. And then you want to scream police brutality because the police came swooping in.
Right.
You had the whole 3 different fights. I've seen the other. Did you see the other video where they jumped that poor boy?
And he was
You saw like
really bad.
6 to 7 jumping on him, stomping on him, like in the corner. Really?
Things like this makes the police look at like certain situations and actually be real cautious about things. But sometimes I think they're over cautious.
Yeah. Sometimes, but this one,
this situation,
no,
I think
they needed to lock down the mall. And I'm sorry, I'm going to say that, no, I'm not sorry. First off, parents, be in your children's life. Don't just let them roam the mall. No.
Right.
You know they're changing the rules now.
Yeah.
If you under a certain age, you can't be there without your parent.
I thought they had that rule a long time ago.
I thought
17.
So too.
If you ain't 17 or older, you can't go in there.
Come on.
I guess they stopped checking or something.
Well, now, look, you see how they have the police outside in the parking lot?
Right.
No, I don't think it's going to be security anymore. I think it's going to be the police walking up and down in there because property was damaged and things. Now, that right there, when it took a few of them to handcuff that girl and those boys, that was, that wasn't brutality. That was them trying to resolve situations and all that chaoticness.
That whole situation
that
was
brutal.
Ridiculous. That was very brutal.
Just
I don't think they should have even.
Embarrassing.
That is very embarrassing.
Hot mess.
I ain't like that at all.
Well, I'm happy now with the videotapes. I pray that the police officers scan each one of those recordings because there's like 6 to 7, 8 to 10 that's been popping up.
Right.
Look at those face recognitions.
Right.
And all they have to do is go to the high schools, look at the pictures, look at the yearbooks.
Right.
And find you that way.
Well, here they're using facial recognition with Facebook anyway. You can go to Facebook and just recognize who that person is.
Or they could be talking about it on Facebook and they find you because they love to brag and boast about everything on Facebook about, oh yeah, I stomped this person out. Yeah, I did it. What? Okay, boo-boo, you just incriminated yourself. And I'm sorry, they do deserve some
that
jail
situation
time.
Right there, I believe the cops did what they had to do.
Yes, I do too.
Because I seen that. I
agree.
When there's a big brawl like that where you shutting down the whole mall, whole mall?
Whole mall got people that was shopping, running scared and everything else, little kids around and things to that nature.
I think the cops did what they had to do.
That I agree.
That mall situation is nuts.
That mall, I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Y'all won't be going to the mall by yourselves anymore. Jalen was like, what, Ma? I was like, Christmas, we were all together, but then he wanted to go do his little shopping.
Right.
So I said, okay, Jalen, I'm going to be at this store up here in case security stops you because they will ask, you look young, who you company with. You let them know my mother is up there shopping Christmas. They could call me.
Right.
But the simple fact is, you're not going to be dropped off and left unattended.
No, I wouldn't do that either. No, that's a scary situation.
My kids is off limits, people.
Nowadays, though, like, people pull out their camera and everything, so basically they got everything.
But just because the camera, they still walk. Now this, they should not have anything called on them.
No.
It should be them kids.
Right. Nothing. I believe, like I said before, and a few times, the cops did what they had to do.
They did. I agree with you.
Wow.
That one, I agree with you.
When they were fighting in the store, then they fought outside the store,
and breaking the windows,
and a lot of people looted though. They stole some stuff.
They need to be locked up too.
They showed this one lady coming out with some Michael Kors purses.
Work. Get a J-O-B.
I don't know how many
J-O-B.
she had. She had like 6 or 7 Michael Kors purses, smiling like, I got me some purses.
And you need to be arrested.
Oh,
Here,
my God.
Let's talk about this generation not wanting to work. At 12 years old, I was working. I got the paper route. Yes. My mother took me to the bank to open up a savings. Half of my check went to the savings, and the other half, I could buy what I wanted to.
Right.
Learn how to work, people. Learn how to work. No, this system should not be paying for your bills. No, this system should not. Now, if you get on hard times, yes. But get yourself back off and get it right.
Right.
I should not be paying for your baby kids because you don't want to get up and get a job. Right. Or you have kids that don't want to look for a job and just think you're supposed to give them handouts.
I understand if they're at a situation where they can't work and they need the help. That's different.
If they
really can't work.
If you cannot, literally cannot, that's one thing.
Right.
But your mama enabling you or your daddy enabling you not to work,
right,
that's a problem.
Yeah.
Okay. Lisa Renee. It's a what?
It's barbaric behavior like this that causes a continuous generation divided race, divide the social divide, social divide, and it saddens me. It's right.
It is. It's disgusting. I was so disgusted. And let me tell you, the day after Christmas, did y'all forget? Y'all just got like. Do you know what the reason of the season was? Like, really?
Right.
So, the day after Christmas, I said, okay, we're going to stay in our pajamas. Mm-hmm. I'm not doing nothing. Now, y'all know me. I stay on a go. I wear many different hats, okay? But I said, no. We're going to watch movies. I'm going to take my naps. Turned off social media. Yes, this is Jesus season.
Oh, yeah.
Well, they didn't get the memo. But you know what? They about to now, up in jail.
Right.
Cheektowaga too. They don't play that. Okay, boo-boo. You want to steal them pocketbooks. You going to jail. Okay. Everybody out with the cameras. That just helped incriminate all y'all and show who was. And you know what? That poor boy who got double, triple jumped.
I saw it. Oh, my God.
I was crying because if that was my child, let me tell you, it would not be Deaconess. It would not be Miss Nicole. No, it would be a mama coming for you.
Oh, man.
I will press charges, make you pay that hospital bill. I will play with me if you want to.
It's crazy, though. It's crazy.
A mother could be the best investigator out there. The police won't be able to find you, but a mama will.
Right, man. This world, man. It's
you know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that got their ear to the street? Yeah, bo. That poor boy, oh my God. And for the mother to see that, because now it's on the news and, you know, it doesn't show the boy's face, but it shows what he was wearing and everything.
Right.
But for the mother to get that phone call, come to the hospital, your son was involved and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, I ain't like it. I ain't like it at all, man.
Come on. And then other people just jumping in. Look, you know what? That's a coward. If you can't fight straight up with your hands and not jump, you a coward.
I think we got to do better for ourselves, better for...
Teach your kids some values. I'm sorry.
No. That's exactly
that's just
what it
the
is.
mother in me. Woo!
This generation basically is... I think this generation of
lack
kids
of respect. Disrespectful. This generation, ooh.
What it is, a lot of these kids themselves were raised by kids. Remember, it was a season
kids
of all
these
young kids, 15, 16, 17 years old, raising their own kids. And now these parents are like 30 or something. Now their kid is 15. You know what I mean? Or this person is 35. Now they got a 20-year-old son. And
but do better.
They treat these kids as they're still kids in their own. Not kid. They're grown, but they don't have enough sense, as they're like, as a growing, I can't even get it out, but they don't have enough. They don't have enough sense to raise these kids the right way. They probably wasn't raised the right way. You know what I mean? And they just raise or let the kids do whatever they want.
I'm gonna say this too: the parents need to be accountable because that's your child acting a fool at that mall. You need to be arrested too.
I don't know about arrested, but when that kid needs to get beat down. Not beat down. They need to get a whooping. No timeout.
Old school fashion.
A whooping and a timeout.
They need to be fined. I would fine them.
You know what?
Oh, see, let me be a judge, okay? Let me.
Some of those, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Entitlement.
Look, let me tell you. No. There's no entitlement in my house. If you don't pay no bills and you don't come up with good grades, you don't play sports.
You ain't doing nothing.
Your room is cleared out.
Right.
State law said they need a bed, a roof over their head, and food. Mm-hmm. You got your bed, you got your roof over your head, and you got food on the table. Mm-hmm. Everything else is a plus.
Oh, yeah.
So you want to sorry, y'all. My grandmother calling and everything. I'll call her back. Lord, I forgot I got the Apple Watch on. I need to just hit decline on the phone. My bad. So back to the subject at hand. In my household, your grades ain't good. Boo. Your TV, everybody got the direct TV in their room.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, your thing is taken out.
It's gone.
Your PS4 taken out.
Gone.
Your Switch taken.
No
your cell phone taken. Oh, you can't play sports. Taken. Trust and believe. No, not in my house. You won't be on no TV embarrassing me. What I teach you at home, you better act right when you outside or not in our presence. You heard me?
Right.
My kids know I do pop-ups. Like I said before, I do pop-ups in school. Okay, you want to show your butt? Okay, I got you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, y'all know. I ain't the one, and don't come for mine.
Right. It's just we gotta raise our kids right, and
this generation needs. But like you said, teenagers raising teenagers. But if you didn't like how your mother raised you, then change it. You could change it.
Change it, but don't try to change it in the fact of where you give that kid so much freedom that they think that they can do anything they want.
Stop being your kid's friend.
Right.
For real. Nah.
There's a lot
their friends is in school. You at home, you need to show the authority on who runs that house.
Right.
Talk back to me. Woo.
There's too much of that going on, to be honest. I don't like it either.
I've seen it.
Yeah, it's sad though.
Trust and verify. Yes, Lisa Renee, you already know, girl. You already know.
She on top of it, right?
Oh, Lisa Renee and I go back way back. Love you, girl. Love you. But she be like, yeah, no, don't play with the call.
Right. Oh, believe me, I already know. I've known you for a while. Believe me, I already know how you get down.
You
so.
know? And I protect anybody's child. People may not like it, but whatever. But if it's going to harm that child, I can't say I love y'all and not protect your child.
Right.
Point blank, period. Because I would want you to protect my child the way I protected yours.
Right.
And if that doesn't happen, then you can't be around my child no more.
Right.
Because I'm very cautious on who's in my children's lives. Grown-ups, too.
Right. We gotta do that. We gotta protect them. You know what I mean?
Because this world, if we don't do it, who will?
Right. The streets.
And the streets teach you not the good stuff. Now, the streets will hold you down on certain things, but they won't hold you down on the right things. Unless you get that one that wants to get out and be like, nah, little man, don't do that. Don't fall into the spot I did. No, go back home.
Right.
You got some that still respect the game and respect children, but now, there's a lot that don't. There's no code on the streets no more.
Not at all.
No code. No women don't get touched. No kids get touched. No, they don't care.
I watched a documentary the other day. I don't know I forgot the name of it, but it was a guy saying the same thing you said. There's no code on the street anymore. And what he was saying though is all that code stuff and all that respect stuff went out of the window in the 90s.
Yeah.
And the
That's
2000
when there
era
was
came
a
up.
code.
Yeah, you got that code back
Street
then.
code, street credibility.
He said that went out with the OGs. Exactly how he put it. That went out
now,
with the OGs.
Now, we got the real OGs still out there, but they either locked up.
They either locked up or they dead or they just trying to stay out the way.
Yeah.
Because this new generation is crazy.
Yeah.
You know?
You can't even... what about growing up? Anybody that knew your mother or father they would not hit you, but they will reprimand you and be like, now, you know your mother wouldn't let you, don't be out here doing that. And
I had a lot of those.
Me too. Man, I get scolded by them, and then by the time I get home, my mama knew.
Yeah, they already went to your house. Like,
okay.
Listen, your son. I saw
now,
what he did.
Try to tell somebody's child something in a loving way. Baby, don't run. Baby, slow down. Now, why you do that? Don't do that. Pull up your pants. Don't be telling me da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Respect your elders, bruh.
You gotta respect
And these little girls and with the mouth. Ooh, God gave me boys for a reason.
That's what I think, to be honest, I don't want to keep jumping off the subject, but
I know.
Like to go back to that mall situation, I think the guy was telling the girl that she gotta go, and she like, I ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, she went that
I don't know what she was saying, but she was all at the mouth. And the other girl was like, she's sitting there laughing.
Yeah.
And then I think she was videotaping, or the other girl somebody was videotaping.
Somebody was videotaping.
I saw it. And she's all in the mouth, and then bow, hit him.
And she was like, boom. I was like, really?
And then she started running. Then the other security guard looked like he was about to tackle her, but he didn't.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what he did, but he looked like he nudged her or something, or he probably tried to hit her, and she kept it moving. He probably tried to hit her with one of those.
Well, the police caught up to her because the news had the police. She was on her stomach, and they had her hands and her feet, like they were going to tie her up. But she deserved that.
They should have called her parents and give her a public whooping. Come down here with that belt.
But would they have even whooped her? That's the thing.
That's the thing.
Because she out here doing all this, you out here doing all this, but they want to cry police brutality. No, Popo, you caused that on yourself.
But the funny thing is,
there's a difference.
The funny thing is about that though is a lot of kids that actually act like that. Sometimes they come from a well-respected, and they've been raised the right way. They want to just fit in.
They want to act like
with the other people. Because I actually been there a couple of times when I was younger. I knew I wasn't supposed to do certain things or do certain things, but I was with my boys, and they, man, let's go do it, man. And I done it. I done a couple of things. You know what I mean?
That's how we got in trouble.
You know what I mean? And then they was like,
but
"Now
did you always get caught?
A couple times I got caught, and then I stopped.
Yeah, I got caught too.
Especially stealing from the stove. Yeah, my mother hit me with. Yeah. My mother had me hold my hands like this, and I got one in my hand. It hit me with a brush, but it wasn't like that. It was and told me if I move my hands, if I move them anymore, I'm gonna keep hitting them until you stop moving your hands.
Man, every time you moved and that belt came, it was like,
I bet you
an extra one.
I bet you I ain't steal no more.
Just stay still.
I bet you I ain't steal no more.
I know that's right. And then Sonya said, "Oh, you gonna learn today."
No whoopings ain't no joke. I don't know what these kids don't see whoopings no more.
No, they don't, and that's the problem. I'm telling you, bring back them old-fashioned whoopings. The police won't have no problem. We won't see a lot of riffraffs on the streets and everything else. Okay.
Right.
Oh, woo! Your mama used a wooden. Woo! I love your mama. Your mama was awesome.
A wooden clog. Your mother used a wooden clog.
Let me tell you though, that's the problem with these kids. No, but they had every right. Here's the thing: the mall, the police had every right doing what they had to do, and the lockdown.
Right.
Now, some of these viewings that's on the news about the killings and how they get off running from the police, or they're running and you just shoot them in the back.
Right. Like the one kid, they shot him. They said he had a gun.
Didn't have nothing.
I think he didn't have nothing. He tried to run. Or he turned around when they started shooting, or he walked off or something. And he started shooting. Oh, he got a gun.
Yeah.
Shots fired.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, they said he had nothing. I think it either was a cell phone or something.
Yeah.
But he already had it in his hand.
Yeah. But here's the thing. When you do right and it still turns out wrong.
Right.
I feel the training that they do for the police officers need to be revamped.
Right.
Because they feel, oh, I got a gun on my head. Now, I'm not saying all of the police officers. Again, we have good ones and we have bad ones.
Right.
But when you know that they are bad, when you know that they are the bad apples, but they do the code of silence, everybody's brotherhood. Oh, we brothers.
Cops don't tell on cops.
Blue don't tell on blue. Well, you know what? We bleed the same way as everybody else.
Right.
If you're a bad apple, speak up. But you know what? I want to commend that officer down in Texas that stood up against his partner and said no. And that's the only way that guy got jail.
Right. Right.
Now, the judges see the videotape. The court see the videotape. And they still get off. But then the family wins the
little civil suit. Yeah.
That's still not bringing back their loved one.
Right.
Because of that bad apple, they have to mourn that loved one. They know how they died and everything else. No, it's not acceptable. The code of silence needs to stop. Point blank, period.
Right.
If you got some bad cops in your department, get rid of them. Why are you defending, oh, they're one of our own? No, they're not, boo. One of your own is in your household where you sleep at.
That's
one
crazy.
of your own is what you produce with your wife or your husband.
Right.
If you are just an employee with me, boo-boo, I didn't come to make friends. Don't you know some that stick up and stand up for what's right? They get shunned. They get down on a bottom totem pole. Oh, you spoke against us. No, I spoke against that wrong apple that's making it look bad for the rest of us.
Yeah.
Know the difference. And I say this to all my police officer friends, anyone that's a police officer. Don't stand up for the wrong. Stand up for the right. You took an oath to do right. You took a law oath to do right. If one of your own, as y'all say it, is wrong, let it be known.
Right.
When the investigations go down, don't try to do the cover-ups. Don't try to hide. No, let it all be known. No, JoJo was wrong. He pulled that trigger. That man didn't do nothing.
Right. They got a habit at that.
Oh, a habit.
Itchy fingers.
They just.
You know what? I got a buddy. I'm not gonna say names or nothing because sometimes things like that get out and
Yeah.
I'm not gonna put him out there.
No,
but
we'll keep you protected.
his father is a police officer, and he was a suburban police officer. And when he heard, he told us this. He was like, his father says, when he was with them, if you see. And I'm I hate bringing the race into it, but it's always sometimes it got to do with the race. When you see a black guy in a vehicle that's real nice, pull him over. 9 times out of 10, he got some type of drugs or he got something.
Why can't we be sophisticated like the rest of y'all?
Right. And
I'm a paralegal. My husband is top number. Hallelujah. Thank you, Lord. Number 1 in the country at his firm, at his job.
Yeah.
And we take good care of our kids and everything. So we got to be drug dealers. If you didn't know us, you would think we drug dealers.
Yeah,
but they do.
He
if
transferred
they don't know
from there. He transferred from there. He went back to the city. To be honest, he went to the city.
I don't blame him. He knows what he's getting from the city.
Yeah. So he just went to the city and said, I can't deal with it. He said I couldn't deal with it. It's too much. He said they were all sitting in there in the he said like a break room. I forgot what room he was sitting in, but they were all there and they were all had the meeting and he just out and said it. Even though he was standing there, he out and said it. Even though he's black, They outset it like 9 times out
Yeah,
of 10.
they don't care.
If you see a black person in a nice vehicle riding up the street, if they got a loud music, well, loud music, I understand they don't like. You can't run around. You got to be a certain decibel. But if they got a nice vehicle and they're riding, and they're riding down the street, and you pull up on them, pull them over, because 9 times out of 10 they're going to have something. And he was like, you know what, I can't deal with this place, and he transferred within a few weeks.
That brings my next topic with the police brutality. Why is it when there's school shootings, and it's not our kind that do these school shootings? It's not our kind that do the school shootings.
I haven't saw it.
Why are they still alive? But don't let it be our kind. They did.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Nicole speaks true. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I'm right, I'm right. Y'all know, I come to me for the truth. But look at all these school shootings.
Not just school shootings, these
massive shootings. Like at the country, I'm at the club down in Florida.
Yeah, that was sad.
Like, what about the club in Florida?
That concert in Vegas.
The concert in Vegas. But didn't he take his life, the one in Vegas?
I think he took it, or they got him. They shot
got
him. I think.
But that was
I don't
a
know how
good
that
one.
went.
But nobody's life is deserved to be taken. But if you have a gunman, not most of them, Lisa, because there's some that we're paying for that's in jail. It's sad to say. Like what about the one that bombed the church with those kids back in the day?
That too.
He's in jail. Aren't they about to do that?
The kid that shot the church up and killed everybody?
The one that just recently shot the church up and left one witness to say what he did.
It's the law, man. It's law.
They putting bulletproof on them to cover and protect them.
This law is nuts, man. It's crazy how
the movie. The one in the movie theater.
And like I
when
said,
he opened up, he's still alive.
What was it, like a Batman movie or something? He just went in there and just let off on people. That's sad to hear that.
So why
man.
is it that they choose who they kill and who they save?
Right.
Why are we paying for people that have committed the ultimate crime on taking people's lives? Not one, not two, but you just took a life.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. You deserve no. My husband says I go from the Old Testament because eye for eye. I'm like, I know we living in the new one right now,
Mm-hmm.
but no, people want to copy. People want to copycat and stuff. My husband said, if you could, you would stone people.
Oh, shoot.
I line them up. You just killed somebody's mother, someone's child. You didn't care who was in the movie theater.
Right.
If you want to kill yourself, that's a sin of its own. But if you want to kill yourself, you kill yourself. Why are you going to take everybody else?
Yeah, and then
they didn't do nothing to you. They didn't know you.
Yeah.
But the police choose who they shoot and kill.
Mm-hmm. They shoot the ones that grabs their wallet. They shoot the ones that grabs for an asthma pump. They shoot the ones who grabs their phone.
Yeah. Don't move. I thought he had a gun. Really?
You know what I mean?
But you don't do what's right with the mass shooters and the massive killings.
It's sad that, you know what I mean?
That's why I said their mindset and their training is two different ways. I can honestly tell you, one of my girlfriends, who's a police officer, has said the conversations in the locker room is disgusting.
I don't know.
And then when she stands up for what's right, and she's a Christian and stuff, she's now got the wall on her. They don't want to talk to her. They don't want to ride with her. They don't want to do this. No. I said, you keep being a Christian because you need to be encountered with other ones that you are going to minister to.
Right.
Not all are bad. So you stay who you are, and God will cover you and protect you.
Mm-hmm.
The simple fact is, you got to walk the walk.
She put it also showed who was the thief, the one-armed dude. I think I saw that. Something. Was it? No, I'm thinking of something different when they got the guy in the wheelchair.
I didn't see that one.
They shot a guy in a wheelchair.
I'm so tired of the news.
And they killed him.
and miserable stuff.
He was in a wheelchair.
What you gonna do in a wheelchair? Like, really? I can't.
It's sad. I hate seeing these things because it's crazy how they can just open up and do it. Boom. Like the guy was saying he couldn't breathe. What's his name?
My goodness.
What was his name? Garner?
Oh my goodness.
He couldn't breathe because he was selling
Lucy's.
Yeah.
Right? Wasn't he selling Lucy's?
Selling cigarettes. Yeah, all day. But it was,
Here's my thing. Let it be right. Right is right, wrong is wrong. If a police officer is not doing the proper job, Eric Garner.
I was right. Yeah, Garner.
If they're not doing right, they should face the jail time proper like everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know what makes me mad? Why they're in protective custody. No, leave them with everybody else.
Right.
So what? He was an officer at the time, but he's no longer.
Right.
Just because you put on that badge, you should wear it proudly, but do it properly.
Right.
We have great friends as police officers. We have some that's in our family. But if you a bad apple, I'm going to tell you bad apple.
Mm-hmm.
I don't rock with bad apples. You already know I don't.
No. Right.
I clear my circle out a lot. Don't I, T?
Yeah, you let them know.
I sure do. And sometimes I don't let them know.
I just do it.
Delete. Block, delete. You can't see my news feed because you're not on there no more.
Right. Sometimes you got to do that.
You got to speak up. Hey, Yolanda. You got to speak up. What's right is right. What's wrong is wrong. Once you go to school, once you go to training, follow the code fully and completely. That's in any field.
Right.
But you have a license to carry a gun. Don't abuse it.
No.
Don't abuse it. Don't make it bad for the others. If you know an officer is dirty, let it be known. If you know an officer is planting things, let it be known. If you know an officer, if you are an officer and you know one of your own is doing wrong, let it be known.
Right.
Don't worry about the outcast. Jesus was shunned. Come on. He stood for righteous. Look how they did him.
Yep.
So if you're going to walk the walk, do the talking and walking the same way.
That's right.
I can't stand double-minded people. Oh. Can't double-minded. That's another topic.
Double-minded people.
Double-minded people. Don't smile in my face and act trifling behind my back. Much of that is going around, but that's another topic.
Right.
So, anybody have a situation with a police officer where it was a good encounter or it was a bad encounter? I can tell you I had a few bad ones.
I had bad ones. I had a lot of bad ones, I'll tell you.
No! Okay, let me just...
I had a good one, a couple good ones.
Oh, good!
It was...
I had it in, and I got smart with the officer back. I sure did.
We used to have this one Italian cop back in the projects when I lived there. He used to always...
How you doing?
He pull up with a cigar in his mouth. Hey, hey, what's up? I was like, what's going on? I forgot his name, man. But he was...
How you forget the good one?
He was cool, though. He was cool. If I see him, I remember him. But he was, oh, y'all, I seen what y'all boys was doing over there, like, in Center Lane. Y'all know dang on well y'all shouldn't have been doing this. Y'all shouldn't have been doing that. He always be warning us. He was like... Next time I'm had to come down there and bust all of y'all. I'm like,
okay,
warning. But he warns us about things and stuff. But sometimes
he's trying to tell y'all.
Yeah. Sometimes, he was always trying to keep us out of troubles, or then he'd get us in some type of events and stuff. Like he got us in his when we were younger. He got us in his church basketball league, and we used to play basketball for him. He was one of our coaches. It was pretty cool, just to keep us off the street, It was dope. I'm a garbage basketball player. I'm not even gonna lie, but
also Miles could do dust around you.
Your son probably would dunk on me if he could.
Bowling. But for real, we got good police officers and we have bad ones. It's sad when we meet the bad ones because you don't want your children growing up scared of them. But here's what I want to, before we leave. Back when Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks, Emmett Smith, Tillman, right?
Emmett Till,
yeah. They saw so much more. And it seems like it's coming back. It seems like it's coming back full force again. When are we all bleed the same? We all bleed the same. We all get up the same.
Right.
We get dressed the same.
Right.
One hand goes in one side of the shirt, then the other hand goes in the other. So why do you continuously to look at us differently?
Right.
Not all of us are the same. Every nationality got bad apples. Every nationality.
Right.
We're all not the same. I don't judge anybody. Now, if you acting up around my child and you trying to tell them to do something bad, and no, not up in our house, we don't do that.
No, you know what I mean? That's
then I'm
different.
going to judge and I'm going to tell you, you cannot hang out with such and such anymore because that is a bad apple.
And that's good parenting, though.
You know what I mean? In our house, we serve the Lord.
I got in trouble. for hanging with the wrong people when I was younger.
If I tell my kids not to hang out with somebody and then I see them hanging out with that child after I told them not to, I'm going to embarrass you. I be doing just like this. Come on, Elijah. I be doing it'd be tighter though. I be like, let's go.
No, that hurt because my mother did that to me.
No,
I'm saying my mother did that to me and popped the gristle or something. It was like pop. I was like, oh. And it was hot for like 2 days.
Let's go.
It was hot. My ear was hot.
Point blank, period. We, real hard, loving parents, we do it because, I never understood it when they say it hurts me more than it hurts you until I had kids.
Until you had.
Now I see. It hurts me, but I'd rather be hurt to make sure I still see you coming home.
Right. Because a lot of them people my mother told me not to hang with is either in jail or been in jail for a long time or they died. They died.
They did.
Drug use, overdoses.
Running from the cops.
Doing all types of stuff. And probably still out there doing the same thing they were doing when we were younger.
Look, I told my mother, thank you for saving me from those ones right there. I said, back in the day, I didn't understand, but now I do. She said, yeah, I knew you would get it when you have kids.
Mm-hmm.
Now, my mother admitted she was overly strict. Oh, overly strict. And now she's so lenient with the grandbabies. Oh, this is what grandparents do. We spoil them and send them home to you.
That's exactly what they do. Here, take some candy. They can't have candy. Well, they can have it at my house.
Exactly. You don't say what goes on in my house.
Mm-hmm.
Nah. Yes, baby.
And then, you can't talk back to mama.
Sure enough, Kim, because she was like, just because you older don't mean I won't knock you.
Yep. Yeah, I've been there too.
And you come too.
My mother don't remember the one time I beat my brother up for stealing my money and she punched me in my chest so hard. And I was like, I don't know how old. I think I was like 19, 20, but whatever it was, she punched me in my chest and brought me to my knees. And I was sitting there for probably like 5 minutes catching my breath. She was like, do it again. But she didn't know why I beat my brother up. She just thought I was beating him up to be beating him up.
Oh. No, I wait to listen to find out because
it hurt. My mother can take me down.
Jalen has now started hitting Miles back. And I always have, because Jalen used to be scared of hitting Miles because he would hurt him. I was like, if he hits you, you have a right to hit him back. Just don't go overboard. But now I know. I'll be like, Miles, why you messing with your brother? Because if I hear Jalen going after Miles did something.
Okay.
And Miles will come to me, Ma, Jalen's hitting me. What you do, Miles? Because that's what I always have to ask, because I'm like, Miles, what you do?
Right.
But one thing I can tell you, Miles tells everybody, I can only hit my brother. Mm-hmm. You put your hands on my brother, I don't care how old you are, I'm coming for you. Mm-hmm. He's told people older than him. And he means it. He's dead serious. Miles is like, and we tell Jayla and Elijah, Y'all are brothers. Y'all always protect each other. Y'all may fight at home, but anybody outside of this house mess with you,
That's another story.
that's another story. Y'all supposed to mount up.
Right.
Let's go.
Right.
Miles is like, take me to the school. Take me to the school. Jay, where they at? Point them out, Jay. Point them out, Jay. Point them out, Jay. And Miles be like, point them out, Jay. Where they at, Jay? Where they at?
Right.
Are you such and such? Yo, Miles had me rolling. I was like, Miles. He was like, I'm going to find out. Jalen ain't telling me. I'll keep going up at everybody in this. Somebody will point them out to me.
Right.
Miles is no joke. He's the one we going to get phone calls on.
Oh.
Yeah, man. Well, I guess it's 7:02.
That's it.
So that's it. Oh, you want to talk about another topic? Because there's plenty more that's on the list.
Well, we can say that for another show.
Yes. So let's do the double-minded next week.
Uh-oh, double-minded.
Double-minded. Because I have a lot of double-mindeds I had to get rid of.
Uh-oh.
Double-minded.
I guess that'll be our next episode.
Yeah, I guess that will be. Well, thank you for tuning in. It's going to be uploaded on, what is it again? SoundCloud.
It'll be uploaded on SoundCloud, and then probably like a day or so after we'll have it on iTunes. So stay tuned to that.
Stay tuned.
You know what I mean? We'll keep you posted.
Inbox us if you want us to talk about other topics.
Yeah,
we
give us
are
topics.
Here. Like, we have a whole list
give
of
us
topics.
Topics we can talk about.
Look, what y'all talk about at home? What needs to be addressed publicly?
Right.
Like, we tired of the closed door secrecies and the closed door conversations. We're bringing that full frontal.
Right.
But I will say this. I'm happy they passed that law about you smoking with your kids in the car.
Right.
About time. Why you got to tell people? Okay, we ain't done yet. I'm on a tangent with that one real quick.
Man.
Okay, real quick.
Do what you do.
First off, when you're pregnant, why you smoke with kid? Why you pregnant? Come on.
Mm-hmm.
The cigarette is not more important than that child. Point blank, period. You messing with their health. Then you have kids, you smoking in the car with them or you smoking in the house with them. That's making their life and health more severe.
Right.
Asthma is caused by that and so much more. Just because you want to pollute your body does not mean you should do it to your child. You should love your child more than anything.
True.
If you love your child the way you say you do, you wouldn't be smoking while you're pregnant. There was a woman at the old job I used to work at, smoked like a chimney when she was pregnant.
Ooh.
I said something. My husband said, mind your business. No. Because where's the baby daddy?
Mm-hmm.
Why is he not telling her to don't smoke while you pregnant?
He probably smoking with her.
Probably. And don't you know that baby came out with a low birth weight and a lot of medical issues? Point blank, period. Do better for your kids. You want to pollute your body, that's you. Don't do it while you're pregnant and don't do it around your kids. Let me tell you, people know they can't smoke around my kids.
You know what Canada do to their boxes of cigarettes?
What?
This is what Canada do, and people still smoke them. And Canada tells you on the box. The box would show what your lungs would look like after you smoke these. The box would show all your clogged arteries and show the picture of it on the box of cigarettes, but people still smoke it.
Wow.
They show like messed up tracheas and all this other stuff, and messed up teeth, messed up everything, but people still smoke it. They put warnings on the boxes, and they probably was like, well, we still going to put the warning on there anyway. I mean, the Surgeon General do it here, but Canada, they put the picture of your lungs and everything what would mess you would mess up on the box. I've seen it. I'm like, holy cow.
I'm happy they passed the law. It needs to be in every state.
Mm-hmm.
It really do. But people know me. You can't smoke around my kids.
Mm-mm.
That'll be your first and last privilege, being around my kids.
All right.
Go outside. We don't smoke in my house. We don't smoke, period. So go outside. If you want to smoke, go outside. Pick up your buds after you've done. Throw them in the trash. But you will not smoke around my kids.
No. It's not going down.
No. You won't smoke in my house. You won't smoke around my kids.
Nobody
Point
smokes
blank,
in the
period.
house or anything. Not even in my studio.
I don't let people drink around my kids.
Mm-hmm.
You can't drink, you can't smoke. Don't cuss around my kids, but I can't tell you what to do. But in my house, nah, we don't cuss.
Right.
Nah, we used to back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
I'll fuss you out in a minute. But the Lord's changed me.
Right.
Now just throw the oil on you.
Ugh.
And pray people out. You know I do.
Oh, man.
But, nah, my kids, I love them too much for anybody to come and harm them. Nah, you can't do that. I just wish their mentality would get on track.
Mm-hmm.
Make your priorities correct. Mm-hmm. Don't have that stinking thinking. Like, your kids should be the first thing you want to protect and make sure they're healthy and safe.
Right.
So I'm so happy. I voted for that law to pass. I sure did.
And it
yes.
went right through.
Straight through.
Mm-hmm.
Ah. All right. For real. This is YTAP.
WYTAP, what y'all talking about podcast?
Have a good night and happy New Year. Have a safe New Year. Bring it on right. You going to watch night? We going to watch night. You going to watch night? Our family stay at watch night.
I don't even know what watch night is.
Oh, watch night at church.
I didn't know.
Oh, yeah.
Last time
I'll
I
talk
was
to you
at-
about it.
last
First
time I
Calvary
was at
Missionary
church.
Baptist Church.
Last time I
Watch
was
night.
at church on New Year's, I was asleep the whole night, and then they woke me up in church. I was asleep with my neck back and my
But
mouth
you
open
know-
and slobbing on my shoulders.
But you know what? At least you was hearing it.
Yeah, I think I was hearing
Just
it.
because you sleep don't mean you don't hear it.
And they let me sleep, though. They didn't say, hey, wake up. No.
I don't mess nobody up unless it's my kids. I be like,
Mm-hmm.
get up.
And that's
But
embarrassing.
Miles, I let Miles sleep. Grown folks, yeah, that is.
Now they got cameras, though. Now they got cameras. People probably going to be, like, sneaking a video camera behind them. Look at his mouth wide open.
Have a safe New Year. Bring it in safely. If you're going to drink, get an Uber.
And drink responsible.
Yes. Get home safely.
Mm-hmm.
Your body is your temple. Get home safely.
Right.
Seriously. If you know you're going out drinking, call an Uber to come get you and call an Uber to take you home.
Mm-hmm.
Leave your keys at home.
Right.
It's not worth it. What if you survive and the other person don't?
Right.
It's not worth it. Have a safe and blessed New Year. We bug out. We're serious at times, but the fact is, it's all love.
Mm-hmm.
And we bring the truth.
Right.
Be safe. Be responsible. Enjoy your New Year. And we'll see you in 2019.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Nicole and Anthony checking out for the night. Have a good night.
All right.